Hey, Shalom family. This is day 3 of the 21-day challenge and the Bible reading plan. We're going to be reading Courageous Deuteronomy 31 verse 6. So here goes. I'm just going to start from the beginning and read to as far as I feel led to. And Moshe went and spoke these words to all Yasharel, and he said to them, I am 120 years old today. I am no longer able to go out and come in. And Yahweh has said to me, you do not pass over this Jordan. Yahweh your Elohim himself is passing over before you. He shall destroy these nations from before you, and you possess them. Yahshua himself is passing over before you as Yahweh has spoken. And Yahweh shall do to them as he did to Sihon and to Og, and sovereigns of the Amorites and their land when he destroyed them. And Yahweh shall give them over to you, and you shall do to them according to the command which I have commanded you. Verse 6. Be strong and courageous. Do not fear Yireh or Yirah, nor be afraid of them. For it is Yahweh your Elohim who is going with you. He does not fail you nor forsake you. And Moshe called Yahshua, and to him before the eyes of all Yasharel, be strong and courageous. So he's repeating himself. For you are going with this people to the land which Yahweh has sworn to their fathers to give them, and you are to let them inherit it. And it is Yahweh who is going before you. He himself is with you. He does not fail you nor forsake you. Do not fear nor be discouraged. And Moshe wrote this Torah, the instruction, and gave it to the priests, the sons of Lewi, who bore the ark of the covenant of Yahweh, and to all the elders of Yasharel. And then 10, and Moshe commanded them, saying, at the end of 7 years, at the appointed time, the year of release, at the festival of Sukkot. All right, I'm just going to stop there. So the first thing that stood out to me is right here, we read that the land that Moshe was not able to go in and possess, the people were able to enter into. And when they passed over the Jordan, Abba told them, do not be afraid, because they were going into a land of foreigners. But this land was given to them according to the promises that Yahweh had given them. And so this stood out to me because these lands of the world that we live in were given as an inheritance to the 12 tribes of Israel. This is actually a model of Tet. Tet is a model of our earth. And all of Abba's people are scattered to the four corners of his Tet Aretz. And that means that all of his people are to be messengers and to prosper where they have been planted at, and to preach the good news where he has placed them at. And the lands were given to the 12 tribes. So anyone who is not a part of the 12 tribes is a sojourner in the land that was given to the 12 tribes. And he is showing me specifically over here in America that this land is our land. And it's our inheritance. And the land was taken away from us because of disobedience for those that chose not to keep the Torah from long ago. So what we need to do here is continue to be strong and courageous, not fear what these nations of people, these foreigners that are ruling over us, because we are going to obtain these lands all over again, because our families were not keeping the Torah, and that's why these lands were taken away from from Abba's people. It was because of disobedience. So we need to be strong and courageous and do not fear. That word fear, commonly pronounced in the Hebrew as yireh, I actually think yirah is more accurate because it ends with a hey, which we pronounce hey as H-E-Y, but I actually think more accurately it's pronounced ha, so yirah. But anyways, so fear, yireh. Do not yireh the people. That's what a lot of people do today. Oh, I fear the government. What's the government going to do to me? Oh no, I don't have enough money. I'm not getting my check for the month. I'm not getting whatever it is. This government system that we're under is bondage. And it causes us to fear what man around us can do to us because we put our faith, our trust, our fear in the system that has been set before us. But when we put our full trust, Amet, into Abba Father Yahweh, He makes a way when there seems to be no way. So what we fear will come upon us, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. So if we fear Yahweh and revere Him and put our trust in Him, He will part the seas. He will move the mountains. We have to have faith of a mustard seed. So verse 6, I'll repeat that. Be strong and courageous. Do not fear nor be afraid of them. For it is Yahweh your Elohim who is going with you. He never leaves us nor forsakes us, guys. He does not fail you nor forsake you. This is what the world does. The world doesn't care about us. The world goes about doing their own thing. And if they have no reverence for Abba, they're literally just serving themselves, the lust of the flesh. So here, it shows that Abba's not going to forsake us. He loves His children. And when we cry out to Him, He rescues us from whatever is afflicting us. And then I wanted to go over here. And you see, let's see, where was it? He repeats himself. He's giving us back these lands to the people. And we're going to inherit it. And that's something He's been teaching me about lately. At some point, I'll be sharing that with y'all. But these lands belong to us, and He's giving them back to us, the people, those that are in covenant with Yahweh. So if land has been taken away from people that have not been keeping the Torah or forsook the Torah, this land will be given back to them, and it will be happening soon. That ties into actually verse 10 here, because it says at the end of 7 years. Well, 7 is the number of completion. There's a lot of different understandings with that, because 7 is Zayin, the plowing tool. Well, when you have land, you're plowing your own land. You're no longer plowing fields and planting vineyards for foreigners to reap the harvest, which is what we've all done in this system of bondage. All these foreigners are ruling over us, but these lands belong to us. The animals and the cattle and the whatever it is, these lands don't belong to these people. Only those that are in covenant with Abba Father Yahweh. And we are going to obtain those. So for the 7 years, what this says to me is when we are meeting at these festivals, the Sukkot, which is the 7th feast of the year, it's showing us that we will possess the land. And I believe that is going to happen here very soon. Sukkot is nigh upon us this year. And I believe that we are going to be repossessing lands that were taken away from us, both in a physical and a spiritual aspect. So that is what I wanted to share with y'all. So do not fear what man can do to us. This land belongs to Yahweh, and He gave it to His seed, Abraham. And we would possess this land for thousands of generations, for those who guard the commands of Elohim. So do not fear nor be afraid. Be courageous and strong, for your redemption draws nigh. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Shalom, Havarim. Bye.